I'm a recruiter and I review your resumes. The resume we have up first is a data analyst, and I do non-tech resumes as well, but tech right now is on fire, so most of the resumes sent to me are tech. This person has a garbage resume, and I know this is a garbage resume because they told me their ratio, and this is how you can tell if your resume is good or garbage, is the ratio of applications to interviews, of cold applying. Networking and everything else doesn't count for this. So if you are applying to 50 applications and you are getting one interview per 50 applications, that's actually a good resume. That's solid. We're in a recession right now. Jobs are tough to come by, so that's a solid ratio. But if you are applying to more than 50 applications and you're not getting one interview per 50 applications, your resume is bad. 75 applications to one is bad, but not unsalvageable. 100 is bad, but there's still one or two good things. And anything above 150 applications to one is pure garbage, which this person's resume is garbage. So that's not to say they're garbage. That's just to say the resume is. So what we're looking for in a data analyst is degree, industry, SQL, data visualization, Tableau, Power BI, Looker, influencing stakeholders, explaining technical concepts to non-technical stakeholders, how you solve the problem with data, not what the data is. That is key. MS, Excel, macros, pivot tables, VLOOKUP, Word, ETL, Python, R, multiple projects, deadlines. Nice to have cloud and AI. And this person told me, I feel like I am screaming into the void and I have exhausted all my options. I need help. I am here to help. Okay? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to help you. I'm going to be cruel to be kind. I'm going to rip this asunder so that you know why you're not getting interviews so that you can get a job. Because let's face it, not having a job stinks. You want to be able to feed your family. I'm fully cognizant of that. I want to help you with that. So 20 seconds on the clock, because that is the only amount of time that recruiters have to review your resume, or else they would get fired for being incompetent, and rightfully so. So let me see what this is missing, although I'm imagining this is a resume we have to just delete and start again. And go. Okay, degree, good. Formatting, bad. This doesn't matter. Python and SQL is good. This doesn't matter. Does not matter. This doesn't matter. These are all hot dogs. This is nice, but I don't care about this. Don't care about this. Don't care about this. This doesn't count. Analyze, don't care. Actually, an okay bullet point and time. So this is why your resume is being deleted, is because it's bad. There's like nothing here that I need. So first off, what you need to do is fix your formatting, right? Formatting is 30% of your grade. Resumes don't have grades, but if I could grade them, 30% of your grade is formatting. This is what you want your resume to look like. This is how you do it. The link is in the description below. This does not work. So remember, we do not want these lines here. This right here should not be bolded, should be one line. This should be one line and not bolded. One line not bolded. Not bolded. And stop putting all of your skills up here. Now you're like, Lee, you were asking for those skills. Why are you deleting them, you giant hypocrite? Well, no. The thing is, recruiters are not looking for keywords. These are keywords which are, no one in the hiring sphere says that, but y'all say it. So keywords are essentially things that the hiring team needs, right? So in this case, it would be SQL or Python or R. Those are the skills. Sometimes soft skills, sometimes technical skills. The problem is recruiters are not keyword hunting. A lot of people say recruiters are. We're not. We're qualification hunting. And the difference between a keyword and a qualification is night and day. So a keyword is this. A qualification is this plus how you used it, plus where you used it, plus the reason or result of using it. That cannot be a number. Numbers don't count unless you're in sales or a manager. If you are not telling me the what, the how, the reason and result, and the where, it does not count. And the problem with this is this person does not do that. Analyzed output of 5+ production machine learning models. I don't care about that. Machine learning is nice, but again, that's a nice to have. Python and SQL is good. Identifying methodology gaps that reduced blah, blah. Who cares about the reduction, right? Like, we're not looking for that. I will challenge you to find a single data analyst job, a single one that says you must accelerate issue resolution by 30% or else you will not get an interview. Not a single one of them says that. And I have gotten a data analyst plenty of jobs. Also, if you use my methodologies, your average ratio is a 1 in 7. So if you want 1 interview per 7 applications, you follow my methodology because that's what it works. The exception to that is internationals and pure remote roles. Your ratio is going to be close to 1 in 40 to 1 in 100 for remote, and internationals could be closer to 1 in 100 just because it's that tough for them. So that's why my method will get you is a 1 in 7. But this is not working. So again, I actually think you need to delete this and start again because the only things I found here are Python and SQL, which again, that is some of the things I'm looking for, but that's nowhere near anything else. Like, where is the data visualization? Where is the influencing stakeholders? Where is explaining technical concepts to non-technical stakeholders? How did you solve a problem with data? Because I don't even see that. I just see translated model performance into actionable insights. Okay, cool. What are actionable insights? What did those actually do? I don't know. You did not tell me. MS Excel, I don't see any of that. Python, I did see. R, I don't see. Multiple projects and deadlines, I don't see. And I see a little bit of AI. So this is why you're screaming into the void, is because your resume is garbage. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying it like, for real, this has nothing I need. I'm going to use a metaphor I do probably every video, which is this resume is filled to the brim with hot dogs and I need hamburgers. So I want you to imagine that you are hungry. All right. You're hungry. It's your lunch break. You got 30 minutes. So you go to your local hamburger store, right? Hamburger Shack, and you get the product. Sorry, that CEO of the McDonald's doing that was really funny. So you go get a hamburger, right? And you're like, the waiter goes up to you and says, hey, job seeker, what type of hamburger do you want? You say, I want a cheeseburger with onions and pickles. They look at you like you're weird because that's an interesting order, but they say, okay, cheeseburger with onions and pickles. And you say, yes, cheeseburger with onions and pickles. So they take your order, they go to the kitchen, they come back, they bring you a hot dog with cheese, onions, and pickles. And they say, here is your hot dog. And you would look at them like, what? That's not what I wanted. And they say, yeah, it is. This is what you wanted. A hot dog has a bun, just like a cheeseburger. A hot dog has meat, just like a cheeseburger. A hot dog has cheese and onions and pickles, just like a cheeseburger. Thus, when you said you wanted a hot dog, this is what you meant. You wanted a hot dog. And you say, no, I wanted a hamburger. I'm leaving. You're not getting my money. And that is the exact problem this has, is Python and SQL are hamburgers. Partnered with stakeholders is nice, but that's, again, a hot dog. I need to see how you translated those. Accelerating issues is a hot dog. Documenting validation via blah, 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 trust analytics is a hot dog. This is tangentially related to what I'm looking for, but it is not what I'm looking for. And rule number 3 of resume creation is, if it does not show it on your resume, you do not have it. So here, again, analyzed frequency to detect blah, 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 blah. That's a hot dog. I need a hamburger. This, hot dog, not a hamburger. Evaluated model performance and monitoring metrics using Python, SQL, and PyTorch. Improving our model's accuracy is a hamburger. But you ruined it with the percentage. So this is why you're struggling. This is why you're sending it out into the void, is because the recruiters and hiring managers are looking at this and saying this person is not qualified because they do not have this stuff. So if you do not have this stuff, you are not qualified, and that is what it means to get your resume rejected and why you have a terrible ratio. So that is all I can do for this resume. Before we go to the next resume, I just want to thank you all for watching this. This is really cool. I mean, come on. This is resumes. Resumes are inherently boring, so thank you very much for watching this. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching and liking and commenting, subscribing. It helps me out. And if you ever need more help, you can join my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST at twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. That is where I get these keywords, and I help people out a little bit more. And I also wanted to thank my members. Thank you for watching. If you want to be a member, you can join in the link below. You get access to videos a little bit early, but I am a small creator. So to all my members, thank you very much. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you. And let's go to the next resume. This is a software developer full stack. So what we need, also this person is in Canada, and my advice does work in Canada, but it's not like a 1-to-1 ratio. I have gotten people jobs in Canada, the UK, the EU, Africa, Mexico, and I think it was either Singapore or somewhere else in Malaysia. So my advice does work outside the US, but every once in a while you get stuff that's a little bit off because just like I can't be in every market. So if this was a US full stack developer, what I'd be looking for is degree, TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, React, or React.js, Node.js, Angular, Next.js, SQL, NoSQL, MongoDB, RESTful API, REST API, Cloud, as CI/CD, Git, .NET or Python or Java, and bonus points for all that other stuff. So this person has a okay ratio. It's not great, but it's not garbage. It's a 1 in 75. So I'm expecting there to be a lot of stuff that I need, but it's either the formatting's bad or they just don't tell me quite enough. So 20 seconds on the clock. And let's see what they got. And go. Okay, formatting's bad. Degree is fine. This doesn't count. Develop RESTful API, good. Python to automate, perfect. Integrated Google Gemini AI API, that's mid. Develop the responsive dashboard, React, TypeScript, HTML, don't want Cal 102 CSS, good. Containerize the backend with Docker for Railway, don't care about that, and probably not versatile, and this doesn't matter, this doesn't matter, this doesn't give me enough detail, and time. So yeah, this is not terrible. This is not a delete it and start again. There's flaws in it, but there's some salvageable stuff. Thank you very much. I recently put my projects first because I didn't have any tech relevant experience. I'm from Canada. I'm a new grad. Also was wondering if portfolios matter. Portfolios do not matter through Recruiter, but hiring managers do like looking through them. So on the off chance the hiring manager is the one who likes looking through them, it is beneficial to have one. I also won 3rd place at a hackathon just yesterday. Congrats. And I was wondering where I could put that. That would be under projects. Hackathon counts as projects. Have a good day. I will. So, the flaws, A, the formatting is off, right? You want to use this. This is easy to read. This is harder to read. B, the stuff you have here, right up in this little section up here, this needs to be in the bullet points. And honestly, you do have it in the bullet points, but you don't want to put it up here. It is worthless to put up here because you do not give me the context behind how you used it. So that doesn't count. Then the first thing that I would do here is I actually like this sentence, but I would move it up front. If you're going full stack, I need to see TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS in your first sentence. I also don't see any JavaScript. Do I have any JavaScript here? No, there's none. You need to add JavaScript. So I would move this sentence up here, right, and say developed a dashboard using TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and React to X and Y. But we don't need Tailwind, maybe, unless that's Canada specific. So, and then this one, I just need more. The goal should be a minimum of 3 keywords per bullet point, a maximum of 8, a maximum of 6. And you don't want to repeat the same one twice in the same job. So you already mentioned RESTful APIs. I don't need the API here. Just say Google Gemini AI is good. And then I need more. And this sentence does not have anything in it. And Versal, probably not something I need. So the things I'm missing are JavaScript, right? I do not see any JavaScript because remember, does not count. If it's in here, this does not count. I have SQL. Did I miss SQL? I might have missed SQL, actually. Wait, hold on. Yeah, no, you don't have SQL, so you did not show SQL. I believe I saw React, so that's good. So React counts. I did not see Node. I did not see Angular. If I did, I missed it because it's filled to the brim with hot dogs, and I'm missing the actual hamburger. I did not see SQL. I did see RESTful APIs, and that's good. I did not see Cloud, and you really want Cloud somewhere. I did not see CI/CD. I did not see Git. I did see Python, and I did see a little bit of AI. So these are the things that are missing from your resume, and this is exactly why you're getting a 1 in 75. If you just fix the formatting, you'll probably get a 1 in 55. But fix the formatting, change these bullet points up a little bit, and add this stuff in, and make it tight. It's got to be only things that are relevant. If it's not relevant to your resume and the job, it shouldn't be there. But overall, again, not garbage, just needs a little bit of tweaks, and then you should be getting a lot more interviews. Next resume. This is a no. No. You need to pick a stack. You said backend engineer. Cool. The differences between a Python, a Java, and a C#, really, really different. You need to tell me which one. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Java. So I am judging this not as a software engineer backend, but a software engineer backend Java specifically. So for Java specifically, what we need is Java, Spring, Spring Boot, Maven, SDLC, SQL, RESTful APIs, microservices, CI/CD, object-oriented programming, OOP, Git, Linux, Unix, Agile, Scrum, Cloud. And if you do GCP, you need to say Google Cloud Platform, parentheses GCP. Where was I? Architecting or systems work, that is hot right now. Hibernate, Docker, Kubernetes, Kafka, and rare but nice to have is full stack. And again, this full stack is different than a full stack. So that is React, Angular, Vue, and JavaScript, and DevOps and RabbitMQ. This is a bad resume. So let me read what they wrote real quick. I am an international student applying for internships. You're an intern? Okay, this is not for interns. Internships require a different resume. A good Java internship resume will get you rejected from full-time Java roles and vice versa. If you are looking for an internship, you have to tell me. An internship does not need that. An intern needs your degree, a basic knowledge of the tech stack. So in this case, it's going to be whatever tech stack you choose. Ability to work with others, and takes direction and criticism. That is what we need for an intern. A full-time role is going to be different. So, what else did you say? I have went through your content on YouTube and updated my resume, but I've added my old resume, which I used to apply. So yeah, this is why you're having a problem, is again, you're looking for internships with a full-time role. Those are different resumes. So 20 seconds on the clock. Also, internationals don't affect internships that much. It's once you get to a full-time role, your ratio will tank. But for internships, there's not that bad. So 20 seconds on the clock. And go. Okay, don't care. Don't care. All right. Built a scalable RESTful API using Python, MongoDB, and Docker with an agile environment. Okay, good. Campaigns to don't care. Reduced cloud. Okay, costs by don't care. This is irrelevant. This is irrelevant. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. And time. So yeah, you are a master's, and I will say masters require a little bit more than. So this is the problem. This is why you need to be very specific. Is master's interns require something different than intern interns. Master's interns require like a midway through between an internship resume and a non-internship resume. So I will actually need some of these things and the ability to work well with others and take direction and criticism. The problem is I did not really find enough of that. So this, again, does not matter. Skill sections do not count. Your formatting is bad. Coursework does not matter unless you do a PhD capstone kind of thing. Then it could. But in that case, no, this doesn't matter. So already you have wasted so much space on the resume when this should just be 2 lines, okay? So formatting, fix it. And then we go down here and built a scalable RESTful microservices. Okay, good. Using Python. Again, I don't know what kind of backend engineer you are, but Python is fine using MongoDB and Docker within an Agile team to send campaigns. Like, Agile team is fine to send campaigns. But what do you mean campaigns? What's campaigns? I don't care about how many users. I care about what you did, and what do you mean campaigns? What was the reason for that? Why did you do what you do? I don't know. You didn't tell me. Reduced cloud. What do you mean reduced? Okay, I don't care that much. I don't care that you reduced cloud costs. I care that you used cloud. So this doesn't work because I don't want to see that you reduced it. I want to see that you used it. Design data pipelines using Kafka. It's nice to have. Java and SQL to process. I don't care about the numbers. Real-time analytics and reporting. Why? Why did you do that? You did not tell me. What was the importance of it? Enforce security and data pipeline. Nothing here is relevant. Built logs with Kafka is okay. Logtash, I don't care. And ticket uptime. So again, you have in the first half of the first page of your resume this, And this is why you're having problems. This is almost entirely blank. Developed using a good. This is adopted. You can just say adopted by banks across multiple countries. That one's okay. But again, how do you work well together with others? How do you take direction and criticism? Those are things I still need from an intern. If you do not put that as an intern, you're going to have a problem. The Agile team can kind of work with take directions and the Agile team can work with the ability to work well with others, but it doesn't really work for criticism. Also, stop putting your stuff over here. All right? And then down here, agentic is fine, but this doesn't matter. And then the rest of this is just random AI. So yeah, your resume is almost blank. This is why you're having a problem. This is what your resume actually looks like on the other side is this. I need you to go back to the basics because the basics are what gets people jobs. The more advanced, crazy thing you put in the resume, the higher likelihood it's wrong. So next, resume. This is a data scientist. Actually, they said product data scientist, but I could not find a single product data scientist role. So we're reviewing this as if it's a normal data scientist. This person has a 1 in 100 ratio, is what they say. So I'm expecting there to be mostly bad, but some salvageable stuff. What we need for a data scientist is different than a data analyst. We need degree, Python, R, SQL, data in all its forms, modeling, analytics, etc. Industry, I can't be in every industry. I just need to see that you're in a specific industry and that you have 1 or 2 keywords from that industry. Explain stuff to non-technical folk. This is massive. Influence stakeholders and work cross-functional. I'm going to stop for a second on that because, like, renaming Twitter to X is a terrible idea. The reason they renamed Twitter to X is because Elon Musk had terrible ideas, and your job as a data scientist is to tell Elon Musk, hey, this is why changing Twitter to X is a bad idea. This is the data that backs it up, and you have to convince them, and I need to see that in the resume. Although convincing Elon Musk that his bad ideas are probably an impossible task for any data scientist, but you still have to show me in the resume. So ML Ops, Microsoft Office applications, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Google Sheets, AI, LLM, ML, NLP, Spark, Skibbity, Learn, Pandas, NumPy. If you have a little bit of other AI, that's fine. There's so much AI. I just need a little bit, right? The problem is people overdo the AI. I just need it as a garnish on your resume, not the whole meal. And dashboards and data visualization. So there's a bunch of stuff wrong with this, but at least there's a few things salvageable. So let's find out what it is. 20 seconds on the clock and go. No, single column, only use single column. Ew. Literary clauses, I know some mitigating product customer life, we're seeing in analyst data set. That's mid sentence, but you have like some of what I want. Build dashboard SQL to billions of rows. Don't care about that. Pipeline, don't care about that. Delivered, don't care about that. And time. Yeah. So first things first, please, I have never seen a resume in my life be improved by having 2 columns or more. 1 column, please, your formatting is atrocious. Your bullet points are actually not that terrible. This is probably really a 1 in 55, except your formatting is so bad. So fix your formatting. Please use this. There's a big problem of it because this is a nightmare of formatting. I'm worried about coming across as too academic, which is why some bullet points feel dumbed down to me. No, your bullet points are actually, like, you dumbed them down correctly, most of them. In fact, if anything, I think you could have gone more dumbed down. I'm also looking for a place to emphasize that I'm a highly educated and casual inference. Why would we care? Doesn't matter if you're highly educated. It matters that you have the stuff that we're looking for. You have the degree. That's it. Everything else is irrelevant. Stop trying to brag. If you brag, you get declined, right? Unless you're in sales. Sales needs to do it. So make sure to delete all of the second column. We want 1 column, right? And then we have here, I don't really care about this. This is okay to have. But what do you mean? Why is this important? I'm not really sure why that's important. Let's see. And then we have down here, stats good. President could be a project, but this doesn't really matter. Coursework doesn't matter. Delete this. This doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Skills, delete it. So again, you didn't even need to use 2 columns. You just made your resume worse. This should look like this, and you should have 3 lines maximum in here, right? 3 bullet points maximum. Oh, I made a little dinosaur. Look at him. He's so cute. Oh, I love it. Anyway, 3 bullet points right there. That's all you should do. And then we go down to here, and the problem is you just don't tell me enough, right? Like, it's just not quite enough of what I need. So, lead root cause analysis, why do I care that you did that? But what I do care is, in fact, you should just start it here, right? Just say, mitigated. See, what is outlier predictions and value? This doesn't, like, I don't like that. Like, you need to make it even dumber. I'm serious. Like, mitigate. What is mitigating predictions in customer lifecycle? Why is that valuable to the business? I do like that you presented the results to team members, including leadership. The problem is, I don't see that you've influenced them. Anybody can say, I presented this to the CEO. Doesn't mean you changed the CEO's mind or the CEO understood it. That's what I'm looking for. Not that you presented, that you changed their mind or they understood it. Then built interactive dashboards. Good. I want to see data visualization dashboards, but dashboards is fine. Using SQL, good, and mode, don't care. And the rest of this is irrelevant. So again, you didn't really tell me enough. Engineered, blah, 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 blah. And then we can say used Python and AWS. Stop with leveraging and stop with SageMaker. And Amazon, and so just say AWS S3 for why do we care about this? So again, this is the problem you're having with your resumes. It's still too technical. You used a terrible format, and you're trying to show how good you are. And I'm going to tell you, I understand what people are telling you. They're wrong. Unless you're in sales, you don't want to show how good you are. You just want to show that you did it, right? I don't want to see that you're good. I want to see that you did the thing that we have. That's it. There's a big, big difference between bragging and doing the thing that we have a problem with. But right now, I don't have enough bullet points and I don't have enough qualifications to move you forward. Next resume. This is a data science intern. So what we need for a data science intern is what we needed previously and the ability to take direction and criticism and work together as a team. Now, for most roles, you need 75% of these qualifications. For PhDs, you need about 60% of these qualifications plus direction and criticism. For masters, you need about 50% of those qualifications plus direction and criticism. For bachelors, you need about 25% of those qualifications plus direction and criticism. So that's the difference between PhD and non-PhD. So 20 seconds on the clock. We do not know how good or bad this resume is, and let's start it and go. All right. Okay. Working on okay, that doesn't really matter. In my full-time, I joined the content team. Projects like baggage, none of that is related. During my internship, I honed my skills in .NET. I don't really care about that. Working on solving healthcare substance. That the SAS is nice. The rest of it doesn't. And time. Yeah, this resume has almost nothing I need. Let me read what you wrote. Working on a 1 page. This has all my info. Why do you need 1 page? You don't need 1 page. I don't know where I don't say 1 page. The most important part of your resume here. This is the most important part of your resume. Let's say where was it going to go? Let me see what's on the screen. Here. The first half of the first page is the most important part of your resume. If somebody does not find what they need in the first half of the first page, they will not move forward with you most likely. It doesn't matter if it's 1 page. It doesn't matter if it's 2 or 3 or 4. What's needed is I need to find what these in the first half of the first page. So I don't know why you want to make this a 1 page. You're a PhD candidate. You will probably need a little bit more than 1 page because you're a PhD candidate, and you will maybe need to put your dissertations and your oh gosh, I'm forgetting what it is. Whatever it is you need to be the PhD, the patents and all that other stuff. My brain is not working right now. I'm tired. I've been live streaming for over 3 hours, and my brain turns a little bit too much. So that is the number one thing is it doesn't matter if it's 1 page or not. Second thing is you need to fix your formatting. This is what it should look like, right? Except for the dinosaur. He's cute, but Jeffrey does not need to be there. This is what it should look like because I don't really need the rest of this. Also, why you're in a master's, why do I care your public school? This can be deleted. This doesn't need to be there. And then the bigger issue here is your bullet points are utterly nonsense. None of these things are related, right? Like, in my full-time role, I joined the content team working on projects. Like, I don't need to see how you, I need to see what you did, right? I want you to, instead of saying all that, just say, you worked on our baggage API to, I don't even know what you did. You didn't actually tell me. You just told me that you had a half error rate, but a half error rate is not what I'm looking for. So there's literally nothing here I can use at all. And then we go down to here is during my internship for doing the skills in .NET and React. I don't want to see that you honed your skills. I want to see that you have used .NET and React to do X and Y. Because right now this doesn't say it. Working on healthcare, maybe something here would be good because SaaS can at least be a little bit of industry knowledge in healthcare. But again, none of this else. Working on project papers, don't care about. Not related, not related, not related, not related. Not related, not related, not related, not related, not related, not related, not related. Your resume is almost entirely blank. You need to delete this and start again. If you're going for a data science intern, which I actually don't know if you're trying to go for full time, because I feel like you're probably out of the point where you need an internship, but you need this stuff. Like, it doesn't matter the other stuff. This is the stuff I need. If you don't have this, I cannot move you forward. And right now your resume is almost entirely blank. Like, why do I need to know who your supervisor is? Nobody knows who your supervisor is. Nobody knows who these supervisors are. We don't know that. Nobody knows. I think I'm not even sure I can even show this. I may have to delete this part of the video. But nobody really knows who they are, and nobody really cares. It's not relevant. All they care about is how you can help them, and this resume does not show any of that. So fix it, delete it. Please put in this. This is the most important part. The previous resume was better than this one. So that's all I can do for this video. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing. It really helps me out. And, you know, I'm a small creator, so any bit of engagement boost for the algorithm, I appreciate your help. And if you ever need more help, you can join my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST at twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter, where I get these keywords and I help people. And I wanted to send a special thanks to my members. If you wanted to be a member, you get access to videos a little bit early. You can join in the description below. And thank you. Thank you very much for supporting me. I really do appreciate it. So until next time, I'm here to help you get a job. I messed up my own outro. I'm here to help y'all get a job, and I will see you in the next video. Later, y'all.